Real quick too, I just wanted to mention, we have had a host shelter open at the Chipley First Baptist Church. They've been amazing. And the governor requested or instructed us to open a host shelter because we're along the I-10 corridor here, and so to try to keep our schools available, and in having discussions with Mr. Taylor and his group, we felt like that was the best option for the citizens, and so the city, the church there stepped up, offered to assist, and they've been tremendous. But we are closing that shelter down this morning, or at noon today. There are 31 in shelter, and so they will be staying at the church there. The church has offered to just let them stay there until our general population shelter opens at 5 o'clock, and then they will have the choice of going into that if they need to, or moving on.
If I have a request to the public, is that if it's a non-life-threatening emergency, please remember to dial 850-638-6203. We're trying to keep from our 911 system being inundated with non-emergency calls, so please utilize the number. We have a staff facility here that's willing to take your calls and report to the facilities and the departments that's needed to take care of the issue. And we've been around the clock since 7 o'clock. Just staff in this facility. We've had meetings throughout the EOC since last Thursday. The EOC, Lynn Abel and her staff has done an excellent job. They continuously keep the commission updated, and the commission's passed on the word to our staff. And right now we have all of our staff off Monday. Our Washington County building departments are closed. Just strictly for our employees' safety. We'll be back up and going just as soon as the storm passes with our Public Works Department, getting our roads cleared. Our fire departments are working hand in hand with our Sheriff's Department in reporting closed roads with obstacles in them. We're working in great partnership right now with our local power companies, Gulf Power, Gulf Coast Utilities, and REA. They're all on board. Everything's moving great right now in Washington County. It's just a busy time, a unique time. The track continues to shift west, which puts us more in the eye of the storm, or closer to the eye of the storm. So it's a continuously moving pendulum. But trust me, our EOC department is going above and beyond for the safety and the concern of our constituents of Washington County.
Okay, so continuing along. You can see that the track of Hurricane Irma skirts right up the west coast of Florida. The background image are the probabilities of tropical storm force winds, and we'll get to that. But you can see how large the tropical storm force wind swath extends from the blue circle around Irma, and the red circle is hurricane force winds. So tropical storm force winds are pretty much a certainty for much of the area, and then hurricane force winds are increasing as well. A quick image of Irma on satellite. I just wanted to point out that the eye wall is kind of elongated and wobbling around, and so it can make it look like it's taking a shift to, say, the northeast or the north. We're going to watch it for a little while to get some trends. It would be great news for our area if it were to be able to move inland across portions of southwest Florida. That would favor a slightly weaker solution for us. But right now, the current track still favors Hurricane Irma moving along the west coast of Florida and remaining a major hurricane on its approach to the region. River flooding is still expected to be on the lower end of the concerns that we have. Only minor river flooding is expected at this time across the region. You can take a look at this image more closely once I send the slides out. But the one thing we would look out for is if some of those locally higher amounts fell over one of the more sensitive basins, then we could kind of get pushed to a higher flood category. Again, the main threat for tornadoes will be generally east of here, east of the eye, east of center, and in the feeder bands that are leading the storm. So it could start as early as this evening as well, but mainly it will be across southeast Georgia and the northeast Florida. So the main points I want to hammer home here is that tropical storm conditions are becoming certain for much of the region. Hurricane conditions are much more likely across the Big Bend and south central Georgia. Obviously, obviously the storm surge threat is increasing, and to push the message of widespread power outages and long lasting. We are going to keep a close eye on this storm. It's very important the next several hours. We're in the center of the storm track. If it clips down around Naples, if it moves in around Fort Myers or Tampa, or if it stays offshore the whole time, that's the things you want to be looking for. If you see it start to make landfall earlier, you're going to be on the lower end of the threats. If you see it hang out into the Gulf and kind of skim Fort Myers and Tampa, then we're going to be on the higher end and towards the reasonable worst case scenario.
Well, I don't know that we got complacent. I've been seeing for several days now the public seem to be getting prepared with fuel, water, groceries, so on and so forth. So I think we've learned to not wait to the last minute to get prepared. I think we're in pretty good shape right now. I think we can expect some some down power lines, a lot of trees being down, and we're probably all going to be without power for how long we don't know yet. We just thinking the worst and hoping and praying for the best right now. But the one thing I would like to push out is if we got trees on power lines, obviously that's a big safety issue. But just trees on roads, our communication center gets inundated with calls. We've got a number 638-6203. Just a tree on the road. You've seen Public Works was represented in our EOC meeting today. All of our fire departments had representatives here, so they're going to help out a lot. Public Works, Washington County Public Works, and our fire departments are going to help out a lot with getting these trees removed. So if we just ask the public to call 638-6203 for the trees being down and so on and so forth. Obviously, if they need us, call. If it's emergency, call 911. The sheriff's office will be doubling our manpower starting this afternoon. So our patrol division will be doubled until this thing's over with. So we'll have plenty of units on the road, and if anybody needs anything, just please call the sheriff's office.
Just letting everybody know we've put on an extra truck effective as of last night. We'll be putting on another ambulance around 6 o'clock, so if anybody needs assistance with transporting any patients or anything like that, we'll be happy to help. We've seen a large influx of traveling, people evacuating from down south, so we're just trying to be prepared. If you need us, call us. If not, stay sheltered down and be safe.
We all just kind of felt like maybe it's going to move further west. Maybe it'll come up. So that's what we've been looking at. So we've been preparing for this all week. As you know, we went ahead and made arrangements to shut the county down on Monday. After the governor shut the schools down, we felt like a lot of families would have kids and, not have arrangements for them. And the weather deteriorating like this, I think we made the right call. It's one of those things, it's darned if you do and darned if you don't. But public safety is paramount, paramount in our decision. So, but we urge everybody, if during this process, if there's power lines down or trees down, call the appropriate people. They can call here at the EOC and certainly let us know. We're going to be here. I'm going to be here through the whole duration. We're going to be answering phones and trying to gather the data we need to gather so post-storm we can effectively get out there and make the most difference we can quickly. So especially where it comes to trees and what we can do from the public works side. So there's a lot of efforts going on, a lot of moving parts to this process. I can honestly say I've never been through this from start to finish like I have this time. It makes me feel really good to see people work together. And I think that's what we need to continue to do, not just during storms. So anyway, we urge everybody to be safe and good luck through the process. I'm Jeff Massey, and you're watching Real Florida Magazine.